When it comes to armor in Monster Hunter, defenses and resistances are nice, but what you really want are the armor skills. This guide series is going to focus on a progression path you can easily follow for a reasonable build to get you through low rank and high rank. In low rank, progression is fairly linear and there isn't a lot of need to deviate. High rank is much more open-ended and will have many more options for you to explore. High rank builds will focus on decorationless and charmless setups, as those require rare materials and a lot of luck for decorations. You will need to make a choice between alpha and beta gear. Alpha gear has more skills, but sometimes has skills that aren't particularly useful on them. The beta versions usually give up skills for decoration slots. If you don't have decorations, the alpha sets are always better. If you have powerful decorations, the beta pieces are usually the better option, as it will allow for further customization. These builds are reasonably effective and will be sufficient for getting you through the game. You may have skills that you favor on certain weapon types that aren't listed, and you should experiment to learn your playstyle. Your default armor is terrible, and you'll want to upgrade it right away. The easiest thing you can do is just build the entire bone set. This will be mostly beneficial for the headpiece's health boost, granting you plus 15 maximum HP, and the bone chest's attack up, granting you plus 3 attack power. The remaining bone pieces will benefit certain weapon types and not others. The gloves will give Slugger, which is good for blunt weapons like hammer, hunting horn, and file attacks from the charge blade and switch axe. Bone Coil is only good for hunting horn, but it will extend the length of your songs. The Bone Greaves grant Entomologist, which helps prevent you from destroying Vespoids and Hornitars so you can carve them. Regardless of the skills it offers, this set is extremely easy to build and represents a good armor value spike that you should take starting out. Early on, you'll be given an assignment to hunt Kestodons. After carving some, you'll unlock the ability to build Kestodon gloves. Build these for affinity sliding, which gives you a temporary boost to your critical hit rate after sliding for a short period of time. They also have a strong defense boost over Bone Gauntlets and should be picked up for most weapon types. This set will be enough to tide you over until you hunt Great Jagras. Afterwards, you'll want to look into picking up the Jagras Coil. This provides Fortify, which gives you an attack and defense bonus if your HP reaches 0 and you're carted back to camp. Fortify is a nice bonus for new players, and even veteran players will cart occasionally. It's a good pickup for all weapon types. Then you'll have to hunt Kulu Yaku. You'll want to build both its Kulu Mail chest armor and the Kulu Greaves leg armor. The chest grants Stamina Surge, which increases your stamina recovery rate. This is a great skill for every weapon type, but certain weapons will benefit much more from it. The Kulu Greaves grant Critical Eye, which increases your affinity or critical hit rate by 3%. This isn't huge, but going from 0 to 3% affinity will actually allow you to perform critical hits, and it will be a significant damage increase. This will be an acceptable set of baseline armor for the next mandatory fights. From here on, though, things will be handled on a weapon-by-weapon basis. There will not be a lot of good bowgun specific gear. Even then, a lot of it is situational. This guide will assume rapid fire normal too, as that's the easiest style of light bowgun to use. You may want to downgrade to the bone mail for attack instead of any of the options available to you for a while, since light bowgun is so mobile. Otherwise, the base armor set will have to tide you over to take on Pukei-Pukei and Baroth. Baroth's chest grants Stamina Thief. This will only be useful if you're using a gun that can utilize exhaust ammo. It's not recommended otherwise. Hunt Jyuratodus, followed by Tobi-Kadachi. The Kadachi Helm grants Constitution. It will reduce the amount of stamina dodging will consume. You'll also want to consider building the Kadachi Vambraces for Evade Extender. This will help you reposition faster and easier and has good synergy with Constitution. But another upgrade will be available shortly. Anjanath is next, and it has a few reasonable options for us. The Anja Greaves grant Artillery, which will boost the damage of sticky ammo. It's not a great pickup, but there won't be much better for a long time. Feel free to stick with the Kulu Greaves for Critical Eye. The Anja Vambraces grant Special Ammo Boost, which will increase the damage on your Wyvern Blast mines by 10%. Neither of these are phenomenal pickups, but can be better than the alternatives. Once you're in the Coral Highlands, you'll have to hunt Paolumu, but you can deviate and hunt Zetsu-Yaku. The Zetsu Mail grants Constitution, reducing the stamina drain while dodging, as well as giving a reasonable defense increase over the Bone Mail. You will also have the option of the King Beetle Thorax for Quick Sheath if you prefer that, but it's not really necessary. Then hunt Paolumu as part of the story. You can switch the Kadachi Helm for Paolumu's hat to trade Constitution for Stamina Surge. Both will have similar performance, but the Lumu hat will have superior defenses. If you find yourself struggling with taking damage, picking up the Lumu Coil for Divine Blessing is a very reasonable upgrade here. Head down to the Rotten Vale, finish off Radaban, then Legiana. Since there isn't much better, you may want to consider the Legiana Mail for Evade Window. This slightly increases your iframes while dodging. It's not the best pickup on light bowgun as you are fairly mobile, but it can be a reasonable pickup. Next up is Odogaron, and you'll definitely want to pick up its coil for critical eye. If you want to upgrade further, you can also pick up the Greaves Trading Artillery for quick sheath. Do this if you don't find yourself using sticky ammo. It's the same thing for the Ange of Vambraces. If you don't find yourself using Wyvern Blast Mines, then pick up the Odogaron Vambraces for Constitution. You won't be able to utilize the 3-piece bonus of Punishing Draw, but that's alright since most of the pieces are good anyways. Next up is Rathalos and Diablos. You're so close to high rank here that you may want to avoid farming and just move on. Of course, this is an idealized armor guide. Rathalos has good gear. Pick up the Rathalos helmet for attack up. Then build the chest for weakness exploit, giving you a massive affinity bonus while attacking weak points. The 3-piece bonus of critical element won't be useful unless you're rapid firing elemental shots. If you have been, you can pick it up by grabbing the gloves or boots at your discretion. Build these pieces if you want, but it's time to move on to high rank. High rank finally introduces us to some options. There's a lot of upgrades available now, and you can immediately go and hunt high rank versions of everything in low rank. The easy answer is that anything that worked for you in low rank will work here while providing additional skills and high rank defenses. This guide assumes you have no useful decorations, as such the beta gear is simply worse than the alpha gear as it loses skills for decoration slots. If you have decorations, consider the beta versions of some pieces, otherwise stick with alpha. The same goes for charms, and this armor guide is charmless. Go ahead and pick up whatever charms you see fit, like attack. After the Zora Magdaros set piece to enter high rank, you can build the Zora Vambraces Alpha for free element ammo up. This will increase your ammo loading capacity slightly. It's a reasonable pickup, but it won't be super impactful. You can also pick up the Bone Vambraces for attack up and Slugger. Slugger will up the knockout power of your sticky shots to monsters' heads. Your final option for gloves are the Ange of Vambraces Beta, which will give you special ammo boost, beefing up your Wyvern Blast Mines. The Kulu Headpiece Alpha should be picked up immediately for a second stack of Weakness Exploit. If you're using sticky ammo often, you can pick up the Ange Coil Alpha for Artillery, otherwise stick with the low rank Odogaron Coil. You'll have a few options for boots. You can pick up the Kulu Greaves Alpha for Item Prolonger and Critical Eye. The alternative is to pick up the Ange Greaves Alpha for more Artillery to boost your sticky ammo. That should make you adequately prepared to take on the higher tier monsters of high rank. Odogaron's set is a reasonable choice. Unfortunately, the set bonuses will not be useful at all on Light Bowgun, but it provides a lot of critical eye. Build the Vambraces Alpha for Constitution and Critical Eye, and the Coil Beta for Critical Eye since you won't need speed sharpening. You can optionally build the boots for Critical Eye and Quick Sheath. There will be a better boot option soon, so feel free to skip it. The next big set is the Rathalos set. This set is not easy to build, and the ideal setup requires multiple gems, but it will be a great set for the remainder of the game. The set bonuses on Rathalos aren't great for Light Bowgun, but can be good if you're rapid firing elemental shots. Regardless of the set bonus, you want to pick up the Rathalos Male Beta for level 2 Weakness Exploit and dramatically improved defenses. You also want to pick up the Helm Beta for level 2 Attack, which will buff up your rapid fire normal too. Now you'll want to hunt Black Diablos to build the Diablos Nero Greaves Beta. This will give you normal shots, which will increase the damage of all your normal ammo. This should be considered a must build, and thankfully it doesn't require too much to make it. This set will be adequate for everything else in the game. Everything after this is just a matter of customization and preference once you get access to better decorations and charms. The Elder Dragon sets are usually safe bets, but won't necessarily be better or worse than this, just different. Nergigante's set is a great general purpose set. It has maximum might, which gives you a 30% affinity increase while at maximum stamina. This works really well on Light Bowgun since you won't use stamina for attacking, and you're so mobile that you don't have to dodge very much. You'll only lose the affinity bonus immediately after dodging. It's a very consistent affinity increase on all monster parts, not just their weak points. It also has Agitator, which is a very high uptime of increased attack and affinity. Then it has attack and stamina surge to round it out. It's a good general purpose set that's really easy to build. Then you'll have access to the Dobro gear after Nergigante. You can pick up the Dobro Male Beta for attack and the Greaves for more attack options. Nergigante's Dragon King Eye Patch has Weakness Exploit 2 and a Tier 3 decoration slot, making it a good pickup. Kirin actually has some good pieces for bowguns. You can get free element load up on several pieces, which gives you the ability to load more in your magazine. This obviously means you spend more time shooting and less time reloading. It's a nice quality of life pickup, but is only really mandatory on spread bowguns due to their innate lower loads than normal shots. Xeno'jiiva's set has a great set bonus of Spare Shot. Spare Shot makes it so sometimes you just won't consume ammunition when you shoot. It's a great skill, and the only way to get it is from 3-piece Xeno'jiiva. It's going to be questionable if Spare Shot is worthwhile to you, as you have access to a ton of normal 2 ammo, and you can bring level 2 gunpowder with you if you ever do run out. You'll want to pick up the Headgear Alpha for flinch free and special ammo boost, the Claws Alpha for flinch free and critical boost, and the Spine Alpha for blight resistance and special ammo boost. You'll unlock Spare Shot and max out special ammo boost with this. Then tie it together with the Diabolos Nero Greaves for normal shot and the Rathalos Male Beta for weakness exploit. Alternatively, you can use the Dober Male Beta for attack versus weakness exploit. This will be a good general purpose set, but it does suffer from lower damage output because of lower attack power than other sets. If you can forgo Spare Shot, you'll have a lot more alternatives. Once you get a normal shots decoration, you'll also free up your legs for alternatives like the Kirin legs.